Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Wednesday, November 18th, 2020. We're again in that final hour of the trading day, my favorite day to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades. As always, during the day you have the algorithms and the day traders. They are in control of the price during the middle of the day. At the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, very smart people, best technology, and dealing with a lot of money, and that purchasing power takes the control away from the day traders and the algorithms. And I consider what the large financial institutions do at the end of the day as the smart money, and I really do feel like there is an edge in making your buying and selling decisions based upon what they are doing in the last few minutes. So thank you all for coming today. I always look forward to seeing everyone. Very grateful for this group. Thank you for all the contributions. And I'm just so grateful that we have this fun little trading community, that we know each other, and it's just great. So I hope that, by spending your time here, investing your time here, that it's helping you with your learn some good trading and investing principles. So currently the indexes are all red. Then Dow is down 114 points, down 0.39. The NASDAQ is down 9.84, down 0.08%, and the S&P is down 14, down 0.40%. So we were up much higher earlier in the day, and we have given some back, that's for sure. So anyway, good day. It's been a good day. I'm grateful for that, and we'll go over the trades and all that in a minute. But first of all, here's the plan for today. First of all, we're going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we are going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, how I'm going to manage them going forward, either to the upside or the downside. I've had some day trades today, some good ones. I'm going to be sharing those with you. Then we're going to go over, take a look at the board and see how your positions are doing. I'm looking over there and I see a little bit of red. Honestly, I see more red than green, but I do see some kind of big greens as well. So we'll go through those, see how we're doing. Then I'm going to talk about trader psychology. I never want to miss out on the trader psychology section, everybody, because in my opinion, it is the most important skill you can learn in trading. Most people think about when they start to trade, they think to themselves, man, I got to learn all these technicals and all this stuff. And you do, but it's not that hard. Really, I know it might seem so at first, but it's not. What is difficult is formulating that plan and sticking with it. Maybe you have no problem with that, and I am glad that you were blessed with that gene, but I do not have it. It's something I have to battle with all the time. I mean, I honestly, I'm just being honest with you. I usually do. Just because I'm in the habit of doing it, but it doesn't come natural. It's something that I always have to work on, reflect on, think about, take a deep breath. Sometimes I don't want to follow my plan, but I do. But if I would have gotten out, I would have made money. But if I followed the plan, I would have lost money. And that's what's frustrating. But you can, even if you do follow your plan and you lose money, you can take comfort in the fact that you did follow your plan, which in the long run, that's what gets it done. All right, so we're going to talk about trader psychology. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal Scanner. Real quick, I have 3 requirements before I look to enter any trade. First requirement, I look for a confluence or combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. I look at each indicator, such as MACD, RSI, moving averages, ATR channels. I look at those as potential groups of buyers. And if you want to put yourself in the position to have the best possible trade to make best possible chance to make money in a trade, you need to be in the company with as many other buyers as possible to help bid that price up. Looking for different groups of buyers all coming in, triangulating in at the same time, and that's why I said multiple time frames, because buyers coming in on the daily and buyers coming in on the weekly, that's just extra buyers. If we flip it around to the opposite extreme, if you are the only buyer and everyone else is selling, how in the world are you going to make any money, right? So I look for a confluence combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Second, very important, extremely important. Did I say it was very important? Risk to reward is so important. 2 to 1 is the bare minimum for me. I need to be able to make at least 2 times what I'm risking to the downside to the upside. So if I'm risking $100, I want to be able to make at least $200 or more. If you have a larger gain that you have on your losses, you can actually lose more times than you win, but still win, because when you're winning, you're making more money than you're losing. So it's all about keeping the losses small. Setting up a trade so you have the construct of being able to have a small loss if you're wrong and a possible outsized gain if you're correct. So that's what it is. And then number 3, please always keep in mind how many positions you have, how much account heat you have, how correlated your positions are, and also very important in my opinion, position size based upon volatility. If volatility is twice what it was this week than last week, then theoretically your position size should be half as much. Just real quick, I do have some videos in my YouTube playlist that talk about position sizing based on volatility. They're totally free, and you know, if you'd like to understand a little bit more about what I'm talking about there, just watch that video. I hope I explain it well in the video. So I'm going to go down through the I'm going to go down through the candidates. I'm going to try to narrow it down to the very best one at the end of the day, keeping in mind all 3 of those requirements. And then if I find something, I'll go ahead and purchase it at the end of the day. After the market closes, if you have any questions, please let me know. Need clarification, please let me know. If you'd like me to take a look at any stock symbols today, give you my opinion, I'm happy to do that. Put them in the chat, and I will do my very best to get to them before the end of the day. And then lastly, at the end of the day, if you have any new entries or exits today that you would like me to update on the board, let me know, but please wait till the end of the day. So I'm done trading and pressure's off, done teaching, all that stuff. You know, you don't see me over here, but there's a lot going on in that during this hour, as far as the computer and screens and watching trades and all that kind of stuff. So if you could just wait till the end, I would really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to run the US legal disclaimer, and I will be back in about 40 seconds. Thanks. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who's here today. Lova74. Hey, Lova. Good to see you. Nice to have you here every day. You've been here the last few days. I appreciate that. Hope you keep reading your book, Trading in the Zone, and that it's been helpful for you. Johan is here. Hey, hello, my friend. That's Captain Johan. He wanted me to call him Captain Johan. I don't know why. No, I'm kidding. He's an airline pilot. He did not ask me to say that. I was just joking. But good to see you, bud, and good chatting with you today on Skype. Bob is here. Hello, traders. Hello, Bob. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Kamal is here. Hello, Kamal. How you doing, my friend? Nice chatting with you today as well. And as always, thank you for everything that you provide and help out with the channel, with the scanner. Much appreciated. Steve, what was that? Steve Burns. Hey, bud. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you as always for coming here and spending some time and rubbing elbows with us. It's much appreciated. I'm always excited to see you. I know everyone else is. Steve says, hello everyone. I will be exiting NVIDIA before earnings today. Yes, Steve has a hard and fast rule. He exits positions before earnings because of the risk of earnings. You can have a stock, NVIDIA might have great earnings, but it might go down. It's possible. Right? It happens. We've seen it. So I just think it's a good rule. Steve says, Beyond Meat working out well so far. It's doing very well. And I'm going to go through that in a minute, but it's doing very well. Morgs is here. Hey, Morg, good to see you. I did email you back. So If you get a chance, reply and let me know what your thoughts are, okay? But good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming back. Gary is here. Hey, Gary. Hello, Greg and group. Thanks for all that you do, Greg. Most forums charge big money for this. I'm grateful for the knowledge and the group. Oh, I usually send out invoices. You guys haven't been getting my invoices for this? Oh, my gosh. Just kidding. You are certainly welcome, Gary. Yuvar is here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Yuvar. Nice to see you, sir. Frank is here. Hello, Greg and group. Hello, Mr. Frank. Good to see you, my friend. Quad's here. Good afternoon, Greg and group. Hey, Quad. Good to see you, bud. Kamal says, nice trade on Beyond, Greg, and at Steve Burns. Thank you, Kamal. Appreciate that. Kamal says, I am in Baba with the V1. I've got you in Baba right now. I've got you up on the board. Frank has a poem for us. Let's take a look and see what the poem is today. And they're always great. Let's take a look. Frank says, whoever thought trading would be hard work? Whoever thought trading would be hard work? It was supposed to be easy with riches and perks. There is no setup where risk doesn't lurk or how the market loves to drive traders berserk. Well, that pretty much sums up trading in one poem. I don't think we ever need to discuss trading again. All we need to do is read that poem because that is so true. Holy smokes. Whoever thought trading would be hard work? It was supposed to be easy with riches and perks. There is no setup where risk doesn't lurk or how the market loves to drive traders berserk. Fantastic, Frank. And the key one there to me is there is no setup where risk doesn't lurk. I don't care if you're long and short and think you're hedged. You are not. Your longs can go down and your shorts can go up. So anytime you have any dollars out there whatsoever, there is risk. David is here. Good to see you, Dave. Hope you're doing well. Hope the shoulder's healing up nicely. Danny is here. Hey, Danny. So it's still so impressed with that big trade you had the other day. Fantastic. Good to see you. Can you take a look at CLIC? Oh, that's not CLIC. 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 I don't have a CLIC, Danny. I can't pull up a CLIC on my charts. Maybe check the symbol again. Ava, hello Ava, nice to see you, ma'am. Appreciate you being here. Hi everyone, thankful for another fun day in the markets. Yes, definitely, it's been a good day. Lova says, finish the book. I took 3 pages of notes. Excellent. You're taking it serious. That's important. Evan is here. Hey Evan, good to see you, bud. Thanks for being here. Morg said, yes, I will reply tomorrow. Just checking my schedule with my exams I got for varsity. Very good. Awesome. Awesome. Look forward to it. Ava says, great job on Beyond Meat. I tend to miss out on trades when paying attention to news, poor earnings like in Beyond case. Ideally, I like nice tech setup, coincidence with good funds. Yep, gotcha. CIIC. Well, doing pretty well today, I guess I would add. Would I get involved here? I think everyone knows me enough to know that I would not get involved with this. Just not a good risk to reward. But did you have it, Danny? Please say yes. Please say yes. If you said yes and you had this one up 21% and the other one was up 48% or 51%, you are the clear winner for sure, because those were 2 monster trades. But would I get involved here? No, I absolutely 100%, 1,000,000% would not. All right, listen, I'm going to take you through my day trades first because the charts get kind of messy and so I need to erase everything. So, okay, first on SPY. I had a day trade on SPY today. All right. Listen, we were in a deep downtrend. We rallied. This is on the 5 minute. See the big down bar here? See how we rallied right into the halfway? Well, when that happens, I'm looking for it to go down. But I almost just pulled the trigger without a trigger, but I actually shorted right here when we had this V2 here. I shorted at 359.93. The bar immediately went down. Whenever I have a day trade and it immediately moves a certain amount, I just go ahead and take some off. I covered half here at 59.50. So shorted at 59.93, shorted, got out at 59.50. Another bar went down. I didn't take any action, had another big down bar. I didn't want it greedy about it. I took another half of a half here at 358.82. And then this almost closed over 30. Had it closed over 30, I would have gotten out, but then here it closed over 30 and it closed over the previous day's high. So I basically shorted at 359.93. I covered part at 359.50, covered part at 359.39, and covered part here at 358.82. So that was a really good trade, and I wasn't in it but 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. So that was good. And then I had 2 trades on Apple, 2 long trades on Apple. Where are they? Sorry, I hope this isn't making anybody motion sick by me doing that. Here we go. First trade on Apple. We closed below the value zone. We came into the value zone. We had a down bar. I took this higher low V1. See, here's day 1, day 2, or bar 1, bar 2. Bar 2 washes out bar 1, closes above. I bought here at 118.92. You can see this is a higher low from here. MACD was also positive, which is a plus. So I bought at 118.92. Waited 1 bar. Had another big up bar here. So sold half at 119.33. So got in at 118.92, sold half at 119.33. Then I had a close below the previous day's low, got out at 119.20. So got in at 118.92, out of half at 119.20, out of the other half at 119.33. So that was a good one. Here, and here. And then Kamal will get this one. I don't talk a lot about this, but see this high here? Here's a high with 2 lower highs to the left, 2 lower highs to the right. So this point is a fractal. This bar here took out that fractal, and it also closed above the 50-day moving average. I bought here at 119.47. Next bar didn't do much. I waited till the end of the big bar up. I sold half at 119.72. Then I had it close below the previous day's low. So the trade was in at 119.47, out at 119.57, and out at 119.72. So 3 day trades today. Boy, I tell you what, I spend a lot of time and energy looking for day trades. I mean, it was just 3 trades, but it felt like I was trading all day because I'm just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth looking at the charts on multiple time frames especially. And then that one, and there's that one. Okay, so there's the day trades for the day. Now, let's get on to swing trades. Tell you what, I've been struggling the last few days on swing trades. I was telling Kamal earlier that that's really why I like to have a variety. I like to trade a variety of time frames and a variety of approaches. Last 3 days, 3-4 days, my swing trades have just been in, out, in, out, in, out. And it's frustrating, but my day trading has made up for those losses. And the overnight SPY trade has, added the cherry on top because those have been good as well. Most of them, majority of them. So that's why I am a big fan. Sometimes I will not do well day trading, but I'll do well swing trading. Sometimes I'll do not so well swing trading, but I'll do day trading. I may not swing trade or day trade well, but maybe the overnight SPY is good. Anyway, hope that makes sense. Okay, Stephen, Johnson, Johan, David, Gary, and myself did take Beyond Meat back here on the 16th of November at 126.91. Beautiful. I mean, this is almost a picture perfect trade. Not that it was guaranteed to go up or anything like that, but it went under 30, over 30. That's one signal. under the negative third, over the negative third. That's another under the 200, over the 200. If it would have just closed, 30, 40 cents below, I would have gotten out because my line in the sand was that 200-day moving average. So this is a very great example of setting yourself up, looking for multiple indicators, looking for a low risk entry if you're wrong. And luckily we were right. We were up yesterday. We are up 5.29% today. I did take off some profits here at 134.26. I have another 2 profit targets in the system. Don't know if they'll hit today. That would be great. But up 5.29% from entry. From entry is 7.55%. It was up a couple percent yesterday. So congratulations, Steve, Johnson, David, Gary, and myself. Okay, PAYC, Kamal and Johan and I bought PAYC yesterday I bought it here at 381.75. It is up 0.8% today. Man, this thing was up almost 1.3% or 4%, and I still haven't hit a profit target. I don't know why. I'm not used to that, having that kind of move up and no profit targets. It's off of its high, but it was a nice return to value washout V1 trigger, and it is up 0.63% today. Alibaba, okay, a couple things here. Kamal he bought this V1 intraday. See the sideways motion in the V1? He bought at 257.12. It is at 257.99, so he is up on the day. Congratulations, Kamal. Looks, and then I've told you this before, I just go over it real quick. I did sell puts on Alibaba down to $180 on the weekly. I like the support of the 200 above the $180 strike price. On the monthly, I like how it dovetails with the -1 ATR channel and the 50-week moving average. So I got $162 per contract that I sold, so it stays above the $180 price mark. By January 15th, I'll be able to keep the premium, and it is up nicely already on the trade. VIX. Well, this has been my stinker here for sure. I did buy VIX back here along with Quad at 1991 with an under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third. I do like to have a VIX position if I have a valid signal because it's a little bit of a hedge against some of my other long positions. This hasn't worked out so well, but it's a good example of here was a nice up day. So I took some profits off, some at profitable levels, hit one profit target up here yesterday. My stop on this is 30, close under the 30 RSI. So I'm just going to stick with the trade plan on this. And I will hold this as long as it stays above 30 RSI. And it's only down 5 cents, and it is well off of its lows. And it's working on trying to trigger a V1 here and possibly a close above the negative third ATR channel. So this one is down 0.38%. SPY, okay, boy, this was so close. It's hard to read. Of course, I have my overnight SPY trade. Frank and I bought this yesterday, 360.62. Got out at 360.98. So not a bunch, but it was profitable. So very good for both of us. And I will be buying that again at the end of the day. And then lastly, Apple. We have Steve, Frank, Yas, Gary, Bob, Johan, Quad, and myself. Steve and I bought it with the 1030 cross that happened back on the 9th at 116.58. If we look over here at Apple, you can see the pink line crossed over the gray line, 116.58. That's crossover approach. It is up only 19 cents today. It hasn't moved much, but we're at 116.58. It's 119, almost 58. So $3 on that, not too bad. Okay, so that's my show and tell for the day, but very, very good day. Very great, very, very grateful for that for sure. All right, let's take a look at everybody's trades here. Alibaba, oh, sorry, I already went over that. Yep, Kamal bought this today. See the nice sideways motion? It stopped going down. It started to go sideways, showing that the balance of buyers and sellers became equal. Big washout from yesterday's bar and a trigger. So Kamal bought it at 257.12. It's 150. I'm sorry, 257.12. It's 257.71. I imagine Kamal will probably keep this and turn it into a swing trade as long as it closes above maybe his entry or the low. I'm not sure, but he is up on the trade. So congratulations, Kamal. Monster. Jatin bought Monster at 83.65. It is 84.58. It is down today 1.1%, but it is up on the trade. Nvidia, Steve, Johan, and Dave bought Nvidia with the 520 crossover at 539.75. It is 543.13. It is up 1.16% today. But as you heard Steve say earlier, earnings are this after the bell. I mean, it's a great looking chart. I like the added V1 to it today, but you know, there is a risk holding through earnings. So anyway, I know Steve's getting out of that at the end of the day. Shopify, Kamal, look at Kamal here. Kamal bought Shopify here at 893 and also at 900 even. It is 934.92, up 2.29% today. I guess I'll split the difference there between those two prices, up about 4%. So very, very nice work, Kamal. Brian and Johan bought Nike at 128.30. It is 132.06. It's down just a little bit today, but up nicely for both of them on the trade. AMD. Steve bought AMD with the 1030 crossover at 81.26. It is 83.39. Up a little bit today, but up nicely on the trade. So congratulations there, Steve. GoDaddy, Johan bought GoDaddy here at 73.70. Yesterday we had a big up bar. I'm glad to see that Johan took half off on the big up bar. I always like to take off a portion of my trades whenever the market wants to give me some money for it. And it is down a little bit today, so I'm sure Johan's glad that he sold that half, but he is up nicely on the trade, so congratulations. The Qs, Frank has a half a position in the Qs at 284.60. It is 292.59 up today, but nicely up on the trade. Berkshire Hathaway, David, this has been a fantastic trade for David. And again, just very similar to Beyond Meat. Rejected the 200-day moving average, rejected the 30 RSI several times, bought here at 201.42. And look at this baby go up. I mean, talk about the perfect example of a good risk to reward. Risking here to here, making this. Is down a little bit today. I mean, it looks like we rejected the 70 RSI there, David, sorry. But right now I have 69.76. So anyway, you know how I'd handle that trade at the very least, right? GDX, Yas bought GDX at 53.20, had a beautiful move up. I know he scaled out, which is fantastic. And I mean, this was just a V up, V down, wasn't it? So anyway, hopefully Yas doesn't have too much left underwater on from his entry. Edit, Kamal bought Edit at 29.22. It is currently 28.14. It is down 2.12% today, and it looks like it's losing the 200-day moving average. So Intel, well, Gary sold puts on, he put credit spread puts on Intel. By Friday, if it closes over $45, he'll make all his money between the put spreads that he sold and the puts that he bought underneath that for protection. It's at 45.37. Gary picked that price because he wanted it just for the dramatic effect to come down on Friday to see if it holds above $45. And it's right there. I hope it just stays there. I don't want it to go up. I don't want it to go down. I just want it to stay at 45.37 for Gary, because then he'll make all of his come on now, Greg. Premium, the difference in the premium. Gilead, Quad Racer bought Gilead at 60.81. It is currently 60.98, so it is up on the day. I don't know, Quad, if you've taken any profits whatsoever, but it is up on the day and up on the trade. Google, oh geez, Google, Jatin bought at 17.48. It is 17.58, so it's up $10 so far on the trade. Very nice. It is down a little bit today. Zynga, Bob bought Zynga here at 7.91. It's 7.94, so a little. I mean, technically he's in the money on the trade, but looks at least it's holding his entry point here. UPS, I know I liked that trade when I saw that, Johan. You remember that? Johan bought UPS at 168.30. It is 169.53. Very nice, my friend. Blue, Kamal bought blue at 45.17. It is currently 44.90. It's down 3.15% today and a little underwater on the trade. Bummer. Align Technologies, Jatton bought this here at 441 even. It's 446.07, so it is down 1.18%, but he's still up on the trade. My goodness, do we have a lot of trades? Let's see. Who is this? This is Ava. Ava bought Workday at 225.45. It's 225.60, so it is down on the day, but it is up on the day, or up on the trade. HYLN, Ava bought HYLN. Nice entry at 424 even. It's at 24.99, down 1.42%, but up on the day. TUP, Ava bought TUP at 31.85. It is 33.96. Very nice, Ava. Boy, you've had some good trades. Very impressed. Workhorse, Bob has been a workhorse with this trade. Bought this at 19.16. It is 22.91, up 6.67 or 6.71% today alone from entry, up 16.959%. Very nice, Bob. QLD, Ava bought QLD at 95.80. It is at 99.94. So up nicely. This big bar here, Ava, this is what concerns me. I'm not surprised that it got up this high, but do you see how we got the big down bar? Do you see how we got right to there and that's where we stopped? That happens very often. And lastly, Johnson bought AT&T at 28.91. Oh, how dare you, AT&T. It's 28.73. So it is sold off here. It is a little bit down on the trade. What's happened? Has the market gone down since I've been jabbering? Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. VIX is up 21 cents now. I got to say, if I was not in VIX already, I like this entry. I like this V1 rejection of the -1 ATR channel. I can tell you that. Oh, Paycom came all the way back. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Okay, so listen, before we get on to other things, let me just quickly pivot over here, talk a little bit about trader psychology. Everyone's heard me talk about Stephen Goldstein a lot in the past. I quote many of his posts over on Twitter, and he's at AlphaMind 101. And listen, if you haven't subscribed to Steve Goldstein, please do. If you haven't listened to his podcast, the AlphaMind 101 podcast, please do. If you subscribe over there, he'll have all the links. He interviews traders from all around the world, all different levels, hedge fund managers, prop traders, individual traders, retail traders like me, and he was kind enough to have me on as a guest in an interview twice. But Stephen is a retired professional trader and world famous trading coach. He was even mentioned in the Unknown Market Wizards book. In case you haven't read that, that's a good one. So anyway, anything that Stephen puts out, I love. So let's see what Stephen has to say. If you are having trouble exiting a winning trade for fear of leaving money on the table, remember, it's better to have won and missed out on further gains than never have won at all. You know, there's two different types of people. There's people that have a hard time taking losses, and there are people that have a hard time taking gains. Like they want more and more and more and more. And listen, you know, if you grow a garden, there's a time to harvest. Right? Dr. Alexander Elder taught me this. He said, you know, trading goes into 4 categories: fall, winter, spring, and summer. You want to buy in the winter, and you want to sell in the summer. You want to harvest in the summer. So like it's good. It's a good attribute to be able to hold on to winning trades. It really is. But at some point, you have to be able to have a plan to get out and harvest some of those gains. What that plan is, it's up to you, but just make sure you have a plan, some rejection of some level above you or something. The worst thing in the world is to ride from something from $100 up to $150 and all the way back to $100. I can't even bear the thought. I don't even know if I can go on with the podcast actually having to think about that. Right? So, we all have our strengths and weaknesses, but if you're someone that doesn't ever want to take profits, like, I admire you, I really do, but there's a time and a place for everything. There's a time to take losses. There's also a time to take profits. So let's read it one more time. If you are having trouble exiting a winning trade for fear of leaving money on the table, remember, it's better to have won and missed out on further gains than to have never won at all. That's true. I really don't get bummed when I miss out on further gains. I don't. There's a trading book. I can't remember the name of it. I'll try to remember one day. It says that people that have a hard time taking gains, like they just want it to continue to run. The psychologist said that probably as a child, their parents were never quite satisfied with their accomplishments. And so they bring that into their trading. A lot of things that happen in your childhood, you bring into your trading. So if your parents were never satisfied with what you did, you'd probably want to hold on, subconsciously wanting to prove to your parents, see, look, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So anyway, we're kind of getting in the weeds there. Sorry, but I remember reading that in the book. I found it quite interesting. But at AlphaMind 101, thank you, Stephen Goldstein. That was a great quote for me to read for myself, and I hope that was helpful for everyone else. Wow, VIX is up 34% now. Or 33 cents. It's up 1.79%. Holy hamburgers. Wow. What has happened? Oh, and Paycom went negative. How dare you? How dare you? Beyond Meat's still up $6. Wow. All right, how we doing on time? Thoughts on Zoom? It's okay. I don't necessarily really like it that much. It's a higher low V1, but we have the 10-day above us. We have the -1 ATR channel above us. These are both going to act as resistance. I don't see anything here that I particularly like, to be honest with you. Johnson said, hello, everyone. Momentum building up for TDOC at close. Well, we might close above the 200. That would give a pretty good risk to reward ratio right there. I don't think I would buy it, but it is a higher low close above. See how we close lower and then above? Now we go below, and if we close above, we have a higher low close. Anytime you have a higher low close above anything, it's better. I promise you. Steve says, Tesla chart is incredible today as usual. Oh my. I wonder what GM was feeling about that, because she bought calls here and got out at an excellent spot yesterday, and now it doesn't look so excellent. Wow, unbelievable. Gary said, rolled down my covered Apple calls to November 20th, 121s from 124s, made 87% return since yesterday. Holy smokes, Gary. So what Gary's talking about is that he rolled down his calls so that he can, at first he rolled the calls at 124. Now he rolled them down to 120, 125. So he'll get more premium. Very nice. Impressive. You've been doing very well with options, Gary. Kamal says, nice one, Gary. Says, thanks. Mork says, I love his podcasts. Yes, I love his podcast too. We're talking about Stephen Goldstein, and it was really fun being on there. I mean, just a little fish in a big pond, but it was really an honor to be on that podcast. David says, I will be selling half of BRK if it closes below 70. I learned that one. Okay, good. That's what I was implying earlier. Remind me at the end though, would you, Dave? Morg says, what do you think of Spice? I think of Spice. Like, why didn't I buy this? Is what I think of Spice. Morg, it's just too high for me to buy this. If I'd been buying down here, this is where I would be selling. Just remember that. I like to buy in this area. Whenever you see something up in this area, this is where I'm looking to get out of when the market's a little manic and everybody wants it. I want to sell my shares to them when everybody wants it. I want to buy it when nothing's going on or when people don't want it. So I would definitely not be buying up here. I don't like the fact that we rejected the third ATR channel either. Johnson said shorted FCEL at 527 for intraday, very small position. Oh, excellent. Johnson, please remind me at the end there if you want me to put that up on the board, okay? So we have about 19 minutes left. All right. So I'm just going to go over the potentials here. If we have some time later or after, we can go through, but otherwise I'm going to rush through everything and I'm not going to have time to analyze these properly. And of course, the most important part of this podcast is analyzed, for the trade that we're going to have today. Net NTES, net ease, down 1% here. I see nothing here whatsoever that interests me. Earnings are tomorrow, so I'm not at all interested in NTES. Twitter. I'd sure feel a lot better about this if we could, we have a fractal. I remember discussing that with Kamal earlier. We have a fractal here. Here's a high with two lower highs to the left, two lower highs to the right. It's a 47 RSI, which means, you see, if I use the little tool over here, I think we got above 50 at the high. Oh, very close. It's amazing how you get right up to 50 and then it falls back, and that's exactly what happened. Oh, come on. I don't think I would be interested in buying Twitter here, honestly. You could go from this fractal also, although you should use the most recent one. But that 50 RSI and that 50-day moving average are a pretty strong support above both, resistance above both. VRNS. Don't like it. Chewy, I like. We have a fractal. Here's a high. Two lower highs to the left, two lower highs to the right. Today we triggered the fractal. We are above the 5, 10, the 20 moving average. We are above the 50-day moving average. MACD is getting close to triggering here. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly, we have support of the -1 ATR channel. That is my favorite one so far, is Chewy. NVIDIA up 99 cents. Of course, Steve, Johan, and David have that. Nice trade there, guys. But earnings are this afternoon. So no go on NVIDIA for me. DDD, boy, everything looked a whole lot better earlier. Here we have a V1 and a close above the 200-day moving average. Not too bad. 200's at 712, and it's stuck right at 712. Tell me technicals don't work. Some people think they really don't, but I have spent 25 years trading and looking at technical stop just at exactly those levels. So I wouldn't buy this here, but I just wanted to point out how it just is. Look, 712, 712, right? So DG, Dollar General, is not bad. It's a false breakout to the downside in a V1. However, it looks like we probably got into the high 47s on the RSI. 47.82. Who needs that tool anyway, right? Just figure that out. Just kidding. I love to have that tool. No, I'm not interested here. We have the 50 RSI. We have the 50-day moving average. Anytime I look in the recent past and I see one of these skyscrapers to the downside, that just turns me off to it. GSX. I do not see anything on GSX here whatsoever. Maybe down here to the 200. See the bottom? See this low with the deep red? See how we rallied to green? If we come back to this low, you may not even have any red. That would be a beautiful double bottom with the bullish divergence, and you would have a confluence right there at the 200 days. So somebody please remind me about GSX in the future. Sometimes you see a chart, there's really nothing to it at the time, but you can look at the context and think, I can look at this and go, my gosh, if it gets down to here, it's going to be great. Confluence, double bottom, bullish divergence, probably missing right shoulder. Support of the 200-day moving average. That is where, somebody write that down. Would you remind me to look at GSX if we get down about $63? Cyber, looks like I have a crossover here on CyberArk software. I don't know how this back tests. MACD is positive, 5150 RSI, only 221 shares traded. That concerns me. And you have the 100-day moving average. I mean, all right, just for funsies, I'll put this over here. SWR, nah, it's a hot mess right there. I mean, it's a V1. It is a false breakout to the downside, but see how we already went higher? The RSI is at 48. We were already higher at one point, so yeah, nothing there. eBay. eBay is okay. We have a crossover. It's positive on the day. What is the market doing? Oh, Lord. Holy camole. It's down 225 points. Wow. Okay, so it's even more impressive that it is up on the day, but I don't see anything here that I like. VMW. It's too high for me to buy. CRI doing nicely today, but again, it's just too high for me to buy up here. I would want to buy somewhere in here. I guess that would have been the spot right there with that V2, huh? Lululemon. Had the crossover yesterday. You know, I think, you know, I like Kamal's method when you have the crossover and then you wait for a dip while the crossover is still in place. Kamal probably watched that, saw that as well, but no, nothing on Lulu. WSM, Williams and Sonoma has earnings tomorrow, so I'm not going to play around with that. And Bill.com. Triggered a fractal yesterday. Here's the high, two lower highs to the left, two lower highs to the right. Above the 50 RSI, above the 50-day moving average. That's decent. Let's look at the weekly. V2 on the week. That one's decent. So the ones that look decent to me, real quick, let me check. Am I going to have to get out of Paycom? Please don't give me 4 in a row. I'm not complaining. It's been a really good day, but I don't want to have 4 ins and outs in 4 days in a row. Okay, it's down, but it's holding halfway of yesterday's washout bar. And Beyond Meat is a champion. It's holding up like a champion. And VIX is up 1.36%. I was not happy that I had VIX. Now I kind of am. That's a nice false breakout to the downside with the V1 and a rejection of the negative third ATR channel. False breakout from here. V1 under the negative third, over the negative third. I'm not buying it because I already have it, but that's not bad. Wow, the SPY, holy smokes. I guess Frank and I are going to be getting a little deal on the SPY today. Danny says, Lowe's. Can you give me, what's the symbol for Lowe's? I don't know it. Gary said, Morgs, very unusual option activity in SPICE in the November 2023 strike price and 25 strike price. Gary says volume approximately 12,000, 11,000 respectively, with open interest of 7,000, 14,000, something happening. Steve says, I exited Beyond Meat 135.24 for a 6% gain. Oh, you're getting out of Beyond Meat. Interesting. The market is looking shaky here, and that's a quick move. I'm out of that one. Okay, sounds good. I will update that at the end, Steve. Tal Education. I have seen this one before. Well, Ava, it's not a V1. Earlier in the day it was a V1, but I don't take V1s above this green line. This is the 1 ATR channel. This is the negative 1 ATR channel. So, no, I don't see anything I like there. But Ava, you've watched the show enough that I think you probably know when prices get up into this range outside of that channel, unless it's a crossover, I'm not going to take it. Gary says, I entered BABA earlier and will be exiting for a small loss at the end of the day as the V1 has untriggered. Okay, the symbol is low. Oh my. Well, I mean, look, we're at a confluence here of a negative third ATR channel and near the 30 RSI. Would I buy this here today? No, I would not. I would wait for this to go under 30 and back over 30. A lot of times after you have earnings and you have a big down day, very often you have follow through selling. Because what happens, the people that are watching the market, active in the market, they are selling on this news. Then you have your mom and pa's that tonight when they're studying the internet or reading the paper, they're going to see, oh honey, our Lowe's is down today. We should sell it tomorrow morning. Market makers know this. And so they open the price lower, and then the 2-day down group comes in maybe to bring it back up. So I would not buy this here for anything. I just don't see this immediately going back up. If it went down tomorrow under the 30 RSI, right now it's 30. If it went under the 30 RSI and back over, then I might consider it. But I definitely would not consider it right now, Danny. Wow, I was so not happy to have VIX. Now look at it. I might hit a profit target. Wow. It is getting very close. It is getting very close. It will be a profit target under my entry point, but regardless. All right, let's take a look at Chewy. Yes, I do kind of like Chewy. I like the sidewards motion. I like the fractal. Let's look over here on Chewy though. If I remember correctly, there's usually kind of a spread on Chewy. 7 cents, it's not too bad, but it's always frustrating trying to buy stocks where they have big spreads because I wait till the very end of the day and then I try to middle it, and if I can't middle it, you know what I mean? Now it's only 3 cents, but I do like Chewy the best. I like the 520 crossover. I like the sideways motion. I like the breakout of the fractal, and I like that it's up 3% on a down day. Man, the Dow's down 325 points. Holy smokes. Cyber, I still like Chewy better, and Bill is okay, but I like the volume better on Chewy. So Chewy is my choice for today. Paycom, don't you dare make me do this 4 days in a row. This is how I speak to the computer when you guys are not listening. All right. Let me make sure I've got my SPY order in to buy. I do. Apple's making a new low on the day. Okay, so we, excuse me, we have about 6 minutes. Gary M., I know they were meant to have their launch, but it was delayed. Maybe hopes for the release of new launch dates. Oh, you're talking about Spice, right? SPCE. So if anybody has any questions, want me to take a look at anything, have any jokes, let me know. Boy, the SPY is just ugly duggly, isn't it? I guess I should have held on to that short position. Wow. For those of you that don't know, the VIX is basically measures the increase in price in SPY puts. So that's why if put prices go up, the VIX goes up. So what this is telling you right now is that put prices on the SPY are getting more expensive, and that's why the VIX is moving up. The VIX is a complicated creature. You know, the VIX is a derivative of the underlying of the VIX index, and there's time decay and all sorts of stuff. David Lincoln, our friend David Lincoln over at the Dave Lincoln Show, is a VIX expert, and I've interviewed him before, and like I get it kind of, but not enough to really quite understand the machinations of everything that happens with the VIX. So I just trade price. But if I was not already in VIX today, this would interest me as a trade. It's a nice V1. It's a false breakout from this downside, under 30, over 30, but I already have the position. David said, did Baba reject the 30 RSI? Ooh, that's going to be close, huh, Dave? No, 31.75 it looks like over here, Dave. That's what it looks like happened today. But this is a bit of a pin bar, meaning that it went down, came back up, and it's only down 0.2% on the day, which is pretty good relative strength. I of course sold puts on this down to 180, so we'll see how that goes. Greg, do you trade Bitcoin? I have never traded Bitcoin in my life, Morgs. I have not. I have not done it. Steve says, I exited Apple for a 0.5% gain here. I exited AMD with a 1.62% gain. Steve is back in cash due to general market sell-off today. Okay, so that's a discretionary decision that Steve's made based upon the volatility here. Steve says, the majority of my watch list have bearish cross unders here, which is not a good sign. So Paycom's holding. So I am going to hold Beyond Meat. Paycom, I am holding as long as it hangs there. Baba, of course, I sold the puts. VIX, I am definitely keeping the VIX. Buying the SPY at the close. And Apple, I am keeping Apple because my 520 cross is still in place. And then Chewy, I like Chewy. I have to say, Ava says out of QLD and Workday. Okay, remind me at the end there, Ava, would you? So Chewy, I do like Chewy. I am going to buy Chewy. We have a 5-cent spread. I guess I'll just have to live with it. Is strong on a down day. Okay. So there's Chewy. Okay. So again, I am keeping Beyond Meat, one profit target here. We have moved now more than 1.5, I think we have. Let me measure. No, not yet. Not yet. So trailing stop is not in place yet. VIX, get on up there, hit that profit target, would you? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Unreal. Why does this platform do this? Sorry, everybody. I've got to redo this. Darn it. That happens about every other day. Okay, sorry, I had to restart my platform. Okay. see where I got filled on all this good stuff. All right, SPY, I got filled at 356.28. Chewy, I got filled at 66.42. So if you have any new entries or exits for me today, this is the time. Put them in the chat. Before I get to those, just real quick, just wanted to remind everybody, I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I think I teach a really good course. I've traded for almost 25 years now. I've studied extensively one-on-one with Stephen Burns, Dr. Alexander Elder, Kerry Lavorne, Larry Williams, and the course I teach is a compilation of everything I've learned from these great traders over the last 25 years. It's a 15-hour course, 3 hours per sessions, 5 sessions. The cost is $1,000. I think it's very affordable, and I think it's worth every penny for what you get. I teach everything that I know, and I don't just teach it to you. I teach it, and then we go through day by day by day and set up trades, just trade after trade after trade, just random trades. I don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what they're going to do. We just take them and we'll see what real life's trading for. So, when you're done with this course, you really should be a much better trader. You should be able to put together a plan regardless of what you're doing. So if you are interested, reach out to me. Email's in the description of this video. You can send me a message on Twitter. I'll reply. Say thanks for saying hi. Let's set up a Skype call. It's not a sales call. I promise you that. I'll never ask you if you want to take the course while we're on the call. I just want to get to know you better, find out about your goals and your challenges with trading. And then it's a good time for you to ask me questions about the course. All right. And then when we're done, I'll say, think about it. If you want to do it with me, just reply back and we'll set up the first lesson. But I know you're going to like it. It's intense. It's not easy, but nothing worthwhile really ever is, the way that I look at it. Okay. And then if you like today's podcast, I really would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button for me. If you liked it, if you found it valuable, it helps the channel out immensely if you could. So I would appreciate you considering doing that. So, all right, let's take a look. Okay, so let's see. SPY. I bought at 356.28. And Choo Choo, I bought at 66.42. All right, so that leaves me with Beyond Meat. Paycom did hold the halfway. You can see intraday it tested it but bounced off. Alibaba puts, VIX, just came out of nowhere, up 2.88%. I'm very grateful for that. SPY, of course. Apple's been weak lately for sure. No profit targets today, but still up on the trade. And then Chewy was very strong today. All right. Now, let me start at the top here. So Steve is out of Beyond Meat. Nice trade, Steve. Beautiful trade. Steve exited Apple with a gain. Very nice. Okay. Oh, and AMD. AMD exited with the gain. Very nice. Steve says I'm back in cash. Ava is out of QLD. Okay, that was profitable. Congrats, Ava. Like that name, Ava. I just like that name. And Workday. That one was a little underwater. Kamal is out of blue. Okay. And out of edit. Yeah, dang it. Intel is still holding over 45. For Gary, hope that holds up there, bud. Kamal is in Microsoft. Did I not put Microsoft up here already? No. Oh. Oh, I didn't. That's right. At 112, right? Microsoft and Baba. All right. Or no, where's Microsoft? 212, I believe. Okay. I think you were in at 212, Kamal, if I remember correctly. Okay. And Baba, I already have you in Baba. Yeah. Johan is also out of Apple. And GoDaddy. And NVIDIA. Good man, good man. Might go up after with earnings this afternoon. It may go up, we know that, but I think he made the right decision. And UPS. Where did UPS go? I had UPS, now it left. Okay. Yes, out of GDXJ with a little loss, okay. Out of Apple with profit, very nice. Oh yeah, you sold half. And then in Chewy. Okay. Gary says, nothing new today, took some profit in Beyond Meat, but still have a position. Okay. Frank is in the SPY trade at the close. Okay, I've got you there, Frank. Oh, and also Yas is in the SPY trade. All right. I'm going to put you down. There's Yas. Gary says, have to take my son to the dentist. Thanks very much, Greg. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Gary. Have a good day. Hope everything goes well at the dentist for your son. David is out of NVIDIA. And Steve's out of NVIDIA also. So everybody's out of NVIDIA. And then Berkshire sold half. I think that was a good move. All right. I guess I should put here out of 1/2. Okay. Out of Berkshire. I mean, Microsoft 212, Baba 257.17. Okay, 257. Oh, 257.17, not 12. Okay. 17, and Microsoft 212. I think I already got that one from this morning. Okay, Johnson's out of the half Beyond Meat. That seems like a reasonable decision. Sold. All right. Let's see if Greg can spell sold after 3 attempts. Sold 1/2. Okay. And you got in a half. Okay, that's Johnson. Bought 1/2. Okay, roger that. Okay, yes, says, thanks, Greg and everyone. Gotta go pray after this tough day. Oh, there you go. Well, say one for all of us, would you? Morg says, what do you think of VWAP as an indicator? You know, Morgs, I do not use it, but I've heard a lot of good things. It's volume-weighted averages. But that is one indicator that I do not use. I've never used it. I do know a lot of people that do use it. So that's about all I have to say. That I am not an expert on that indicator, so I know it measures the volume instead of the price, and I know there's something to do with some of the large financial institutions. They rate their trades whether or not they bought it above VWAP or below VWAP, and so there's buyers there. I think it's similar to the fact that like return to values, where something is trending up and then comes back to a moving average, whether it's a volume-weighted moving average or a price moving average. But yeah, I'm not an expert on that one. I've never used that in all my years trading, but I've heard good things about it. Yes, sure, I will pray for all. We are all in this together. Thank you, yes, that's 100% true. Ava, thank you, Greg. Really appreciate you and looking forward to these webcasts. I am very glad that you're here, Ava. If there's anything I can help you with, please let me know, okay? And I'm glad to see that you've had some nice trades lately. Frank says, Scott Trades has some great teachings on VWAP. Oh yeah, Scott Trades. Oh, I was thinking of another one. But is that Scott Trades on YouTube, Frank? I know the name Scott Trades. Oh! That's Scott. That's my friend Scott from Canada. What am I thinking? Sorry, I get tired after doing the podcast. Yeah, that's Scott at Scott Trades. I don't know why I was thinking of Scott Trades was a broker. Let me see if I can find this. There you go, Morgs. That's Scott's Twitter channel link, and he comes and visits this. He comes and visits the live stream sometimes. Yeah, check out his Twitter channel there. Maybe send him a message. But thank you for that, Frank. Glad to know that. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about VWAP, but it sounds like Frank says that Scott does. So check that out. NVIDIA. Anything happen with NVIDIA? It's up $1.85. I don't know if earnings are out or not yet. Well, it was a really good day. I am definitely grateful for that. What's happening after hours? Apple's down 4 cents. Alibaba's down a penny. Beyond Meat is even. Chewy's down 5 cents. Paycom's down 27 cents. SPY is down 18 cents. All right, I'm going to click on the VIX. This better be green. It is 16 cents. It's back up to 19 bucks now. Wow. All right. Yeah, check him out. Scott's a really good, knowledgeable guy, and maybe you could ask him some questions or ask him where he can direct you to watch some videos on VWAP. All right, what's everybody thinking? I doing the podcast here, I didn't really watch the market at the end there, but obviously it sold off. I mean, obviously if the VIX, my goodness. Guess I should have held that short from there, huh? That's how it goes. Wow, we closed at 22.08 RSI. That is pretty volatile. Be interesting to see if the SPY can hold tight here at the 10 or the 1. And then Apple was down. All right. Okay. Well, listen, I am going to go hiking out in the fog and kind of muck cold weather, but that's good. That's what I like to do. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll leave you off with please go out and try to do something nice for somebody today. Just do something nice for your fellow human beings. And if you can, do something for your fellow animal friends as well. Just one nice thing for a human, one nice thing for an animal each day would make make the place a whole lot better. Just like Yasis, we're all in it together. So if we could just all be kind to each other, it would make the world a better place. So try to do that today. Go out of your way and try to do one nice thing. Kamal says, thank you, Greg. Happy hiking. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate all your help, Kamal, as always. All right, so what's today? Wednesday? So tomorrow is Thursday. Should be interesting to see what happens and see if we get any follow through tomorrow. Who knows? It's always interesting in this market. Lova says, thank you for everything. You're welcome, Lova74. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you spending your time here. So, okay, I think that's it for me. Have a good rest of your day, huh? Be good, be safe. Try to go out and do something positive. And I will see you all tomorrow. Take care. Thanks again for coming. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice. and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.